Hi everyone, today I'm doing a quick review of the Dyson 360i robot vacuum cleaner. It's Dyson's first robot vacuum cleaner and it's arguably one of the best. It's got a 360-degree camera on the top and IR sensors on the front and on the sides. It likes to clean in a square or rectangular pattern, as you can see in the video here. And also you'll notice in the top left corner is the white charging dock. That's where it goes when it's low on batteries, and the 4 black squares is how it locates the dock using the 360 camera. Now, despite having all those sensors, the vacuum cleaner is not perfect. It still hits things, such as this leg of the table here. I've also seen it hit corners and also walls. The vacuum cleaner has what they call tank tracks, so it navigates its way around the carpet quite well. And it can also get over small obstacles, such as the edge of the carpet there. So far, I haven't seen it get stuck, and it does quite a good job pushing itself along the carpet. The front-facing IR sensor is angled slightly downwards, so it picks up any sudden drops, such as stairs, as you can see here. So it stops almost immediately when it sees a cliff, and then it reverses. So far, I haven't seen it fall down the stairs. Being a robot vacuum cleaner, then of course it comes with a companion app. You can use the app on Android or iOS. Here I have it on Android. So once you start the app, you can hit the big blue circle and the vacuum cleaner will start its boot up process and eventually start cleaning. I find it likes to find its way to the middle of the room before it starts vacuuming. The initial setup process for this involved first downloading the app on the phone and then telling it your home Wi-Fi password. Once you have the home Wi-Fi password saved in the app, it'll then connect to the robot's Wi-Fi, which again requires a password. The robot's Wi-Fi password is on the back of the manual or on the inside of the robot. Once connected, it will tell the robot to connect to your home Wi-Fi, and then from there on you can control the robot using your phone. You can also control it while you're outside. So despite being on 4G, not on the same home network, I was able to start and stop the robot. You can also get notifications when cleaning is finished, or if it encounters an error, it will have a notification on your phone, which is quite handy. Now, of course, you can start the robot using the app, and it wouldn't be complete if you couldn't stop it as well. So there is a small black circle on the bottom. Once you hit it, the robot will stop cleaning and then find its way back onto the charging dock. Normally it gets back there pretty well, but on the day of filming, it had some trouble. It took almost 3 minutes of struggle before it could position itself back onto the charging dock. Now the good thing is it doesn't stop until it's back on the charging dock. And here, as you can see, I've sped up the video about 4 times so that we don't waste too much time watching it struggle finding its way back onto the dock. Eventually, it does position itself back on, but it took a lot of struggle and a lot of reversing, going backwards and forwards. I think the issue here may be that I've placed the charging dock on the edge of a carpet. It may have done better if I was putting the charging dock in a more accessible position. But as you can see, it does eventually get itself back onto the charging dock, and then the phone will say complete. Now, the app actually provides some other statistics as well. You can actually hit the side menu here and then hit activity, and it actually shows you how much the robot has cleaned on different days, and it tells you how many times it's been recharged, how long it's been running for, and how many square meters it's cleaned. So the number 2 there is how many times that it was recharged on the 5th of December, and it also does a nice little map of where it cleaned. The blue lines means where the robot traveled, and the darker edges are the walls. You can also use the vacuum cleaner without the app. You can just pick it up from your charging dock, place it in the area you want it to clean, and press and hold the big button on the top. After its long boot up process, it takes about 30 seconds. I'm not quite sure what it's doing. It could just be scanning its location. but you can pick it up and put it anywhere you want, and it'll eventually start vacuuming. Now, if you do use this method of operation, it won't return back to its charging dock when it's low on battery or when it's finished, because it won't know where it is. What it will do is it will start cleaning, and if it's low on battery or if it's finished, it will return to the position that you initially put it in. Now, cleaning the vacuum cleaner is quite easy. Being a Dyson, it's bagless, and there is 3 things that you can remove that requires cleaning. The first and most obvious is the dust bin at the front, so you just push that down and that whole compartment slides off. Take off the lid just by popping it off, and as you can see there, it's full of dust. Just take it to the bin and then just tip it out. On the inside is a filter of some sort, so you take that out, and they recommend you washing that under water and then letting it dry for 24 hours. On the front is a air filter, so that's where the air goes in. So push the button on top to the bottom there, and then the whole faceplate slides off. Under the faceplate is the air filter. You just pop it off, and again they recommend washing it under water and then letting it dry for 24 hours before reinserting. I noticed there was a USB port on the front of the device, that red one there. Not quite sure what it's for, maybe for firmware updates. And the brushes at the bottom, they can also be cleaned. You use a coin to unscrew it, and the whole brush slides out. And they recommend removing hairs from that. Now, the vacuum cleaner overall is pretty good. The suction is quite powerful, picks up all sorts of stuff. The issue is the dustbin is quite small, and it doesn't tell you when it's full, so you have to look out for the marker on the side, and if you do see it's full, you have to manually take it out. It won't tell you when it's full. Another downside of this is that it doesn't see in the dark. I've seen it get lost in a room in the dark, and it just can't find its way back to the charging dock. For a 5-bedroom house, it took about 9 recharges before the vacuum cleaner could finish cleaning. The battery lasts for about 40 minutes to an hour. Overall, I think it's more suited to smaller houses. And also, if you do want to buy one, just be aware that the app is only available on the Japanese Play Store, so you have to use a VPN to download it. Anyway, that's my quick review of the Dyson robot vacuum cleaner. Thanks for watching.